Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time since I've made a video. Things have been kind of crazy and I did want to quit making videos, but you know what? I love doing it. It's my passion. So today I want to do things differently. I've had friends ask me about my press-on nails, how I do them. I have been told that my nails look like I've got them done, which I really love because I do put a lot of work into them, but I don't put that much work into them. It's very simple. It's very easy. You can do it too. So I'm going to be talking about the things I use, show you the process, and yeah, so you can start doing your own nails and not having to pay anybody else. Unless you want to do that, then you can do that, but I don't. Okay, so to start, I've got these little, nail thingies. I can't even think of what they're called at the top of my head. I'll link everything, all the Amazon links in the description. But I bought these because I don't like to paint my nails with them on my fingers. I feel like it's easier for me to do it off of my fingers. So I just stick them on there with these little adhesive tabs that I've got. They're from Dollar Tree, just little adhesive dots. And I just put them on there and then I place my nails. So as far as the nails go, I use the Kiss nails. They are medium size coffin. And I've got a little thing there. I've already pre-sized my nails. I always pre-size my nails. I use the same shape, same length. So it's just easier and convenient for me just to have it already there. But when you start doing this the first time, you will need to size your nail. So just pulling them out of the container, and I've got to open my new container because I'm almost out of those in that one. So just sizing, pulling them out, making sure they fit nicely on your cuticle and everything. Now, my cuticles are not done. I'm just working on the nail part itself. So for this, you actually probably want to clean up your nails and shape everything up first. But I am just doing the nail part, like the actual putting the nails together first. So mine aren't done right now. So for me, I just randomly started trying to do my own press-ons. I started out, I bought the regular ones, just the ones that were already pre-done, already had the color and whatnot on them. And let me just show you. I just stick the nail on there, press it down. It's fairly simple. Just put it on there and it stays really well. They're just Dollar Tree adhesive tabs. I think you can buy actual nail putty stuff for it, but I'm cheap. So yeah, adhesive tabs from Dollar Tree do just fine. Now that I've got all my nails placed on there is the fun part. I'm just gonna put those to the side for a second so that I can show you my collection of gel polish. I do have a lot of gel polish now because, like I said, I create my own sets. So I have a shit ton of gel polish, all different kind of colors. I've got neutrals, I've got more bold colors, I've got my glitter colors, I've got all kinds for all seasons, and that's not all. That's only one tray. And let me grab the other. And this is my other tray of gel. Well, this is all regular polish, but these here, these are my gel polishes. These are what I started out with, and I ended up with more. So I have a large variety, and I do have a lot of gel polish. But for today's nails, I wanted to do something wintry since it is winter. So I've just got my glitter polish here. It didn't come with it labeled, so I created a little tab and labeled it because I don't want to have to open and close them more than they need to be and dry them out. So that's the glitter I'm going to do. And I think I usually just have a glitter on the ring finger, but I think for today, I'm going to do glitter on my ring and pointer finger and then blue on the others. So that's something different I'm trying, but this is the color blue that I'm wanting to do. It's just this very light blue. It just gives wintry Elsa vibes. I don't know. Oh, I forgot to add, I'm gonna cure it under my lamp each time that I do the, like, so each time you use something, you're gonna cure it to make sure it's nice and secure and cured, I guess. My lamp is the same brand as my polish. Okay, so while we wait for the base coat to dry, because I want that to be completely dry, it's like a stickier substance, so you don't want that to be wet when you put your nail polish on there. Okay, so actually actually, I guess for the first coat, I can show you what it looks like or what I'm doing. So just want to add on there, I have not filed these nails. You can shape them to better fit your cuticle and everything. And of course you do need to file the ends of them because they've got the little plastic part for where they were broken off. So definitely need to shape them and file them on the ends. But like as far as where the cuticle goes, you can do that to your liking and your desire. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go on with the first set. I'm gonna do one hand so that it's less time. So I've got it like this. So my right hand, it's mirroring my right hand. So this is my pinky, of course. So these are the two that I'm glittering or putting glitter polish, glittering, I don't know. Okay, so while doing this, I did not take into consideration that the UV light from my lamp was going to make it very hard to see what I'm doing. So this is what we've got so far. This is 2 coats of each polish. So I've got this one here that's under the lamp curing. I just got to do one more coat and then one more coat after this cures. And then we are done with the nail part, the nail painting part. So it's very quick. I've been doing this for a while now, so it's fairly simple. And these little nail thingies that I have that I still can't remember the name of, these are really amazing because it, you know, they stay on there. And for me, I can do one of my hands. I'm left-handed, so I can do my right hand just fine, but my left hand looks horrible. And then I prefer just not to have my hands under the lamp and stuff. So I like this a lot better. It's a lot easier. I don't have to be super careful when I'm painting. I just paint, you know, and I'm good. Okay, and this is what the finished set looks like. It is so pretty. It's nice and shiny. With the top coat added, it just gives that extra. I think it's mostly even all around. So they are ready to be put on. I'm just letting this part cure. But now this is the more tedious part of this whole thing for me. So now what I need to do is I need to clean up my actual fingernails. So you want to make sure that you wash your hands before you start any of this. I wash my hands before and then I wash my hands after, because with your nails, they have oils on them, the dirt of the day, and adhesive will be worn down by oil. You know, that's what breaks down the bond of adhesive. It's oil. So you want to make sure your nails are nice and clean. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash my hands first. I'm going to use a cuticle remover, work on cleaning up my cuticles, pushing them back. I'm going to file my nails some. I'm going to go wash my hands again just so that the cuticle remover doesn't leave any oil residue. I'm just going to, if you have a nail brush, you want to scrub your nails. I don't have one offhand, but I will grab one to show. But just like the little handheld nail brush will be fine just to scrub your nails. And then, yeah, so I will be right back. Okay, so I am back. I've got my hands all nice and washed. Tried to get under my fingernails as best as possible to make sure they're nice and clean. You want clean fingernails. This is the brush I was talking about. This is just a cheap Dollar Tree brush. For me, Dollar Tree stuff works just fine for the nail prep part. It's just a basic, sassy, chic cuticle remover. So I just put a little bit. I don't even know if I'm applying this correctly. It works for me. I don't freaking know. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just know based off of years of doing this and trying to learn to do my own things, this is how I do it. Try to save money and do what I can. I wish I knew how to do my own hair, and I wish I was brave enough to cut my own hair because your girl needs a trim. But yeah, so yep, so I just apply my cuticle remover and I just kind of massage it onto my cuticles like a nice little lotion. And yeah, I put way too much on, so just wipe the excess off. And then I've got this tool here that I usually use to just kind of gently just scrape my nail. Be very gentle so you don't damage your actual nail bed. And I guess my cuticles aren't super bad. I'm not pulling up very much stuff. I probably should let this sit a little longer. I'm let it sit just a little longer. massage it in a little more. While I do that, I guess I can talk a little bit. So I started this channel as a way to communicate with people and be vocal and be transparent about things. But in doing that, I kind of found that me being very vocal and honest and transparent has come back to bite me in the ass. I've talked about situations, I've talked about things, and I'm a human. Just because I feel one way about something one day does not mean I'm going to feel like it forever. So I find that if I say one thing, you know, 6 months ago, if it changes, people are more like, well, what happened to this? I thought you said you felt this way about this person and this and that. And it's very irritating because I'm a human and I don't know, things change day by day with me. And I try to keep it consistent as possible. Like I said, I'm a human though. So I change my mind a lot. And it just really sucks having stuff thrown back up in my face because I'm like, for one, my channel is a safe space, you know, and I expect the same coming back, but I understand that just because I provide a safe space does not mean everybody will do the same. So I guess instead of just giving up my channel like I wanted to, maybe I'll just post stuff like this because I do have a lot of things that I've self-taught myself to do based off of just looking up, watching other people's videos, just gathering information and just putting it together into what this is now. And there's a lot of things I've done. I fixed the timer on my dryer, which wasn't super hard, but was very daunting because, you know, I've never been taught how to do that. So I learned how to do that, learned how to do my own nails. I mounted my 43-inch TV by myself, which is very dangerous and not recommended. I'm not saying do that, but there's a lot of knowledge and skills that I have that could be very helpful to other people, especially single people who don't really have extra help on hand at all times, or people who just want to get stuff done on their time. You know, you don't want to have to wait for somebody else to come help you. So I think maybe I'll just shift my focus. Instead of just talking about my life, I'll talk about things that can be helpful to other people and, you know, see how that goes. So I'm just going to finish the nail prep and then I will be right back. Oh, and I've also got this little tool. This comes, I think this came, not the same one, but I have two. I've got a pink one and I have a black set. But these tools, I had no idea what they were for until one day I just started going around my cuticle with it. They're cuticle removers. So you might have known that, but I didn't. So I just wanted to share that. Okay, be right back. All right, so I am back. I've got my cuticles all nice and removed. This tool is very helpful. I don't know how I don't know how I managed to do it without. So it's pretty cool. I don't know. I'm just fascinated. Like, did anybody else know that that's what that tool was for, or am I just slow? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just going to finish up a little more cleaning. So I'm just going to push my cuticles back now, make sure they're all nice and back. I cleaned them up. So now we're just going to push them back. I'm going to go wash my hands again too, because I did use this cuticle remover and it is a little oily and I don't want that to mess up the bond of my adhesive tabs and my nail glue. I don't even know if I mentioned that I use adhesive tabs. I know I mentioned the nail glue, but I use adhesive tabs and nail glue to make sure the bond is nice and good. I do like the adhesive tabs. They are nice and durable, but I use the glue too to make sure it's secure and it's completely secure around my nail, because you don't want to end up in a position where you have nail mold. That has happened to me before and it was not fun. It was really irritating. So yeah. Okay, so I've got my nails nice and clean. My cuticles are all removed and looking pretty good. I washed my hands with the nail brush and everything and dried them. Now this part, you want to make sure that you don't touch anything. I have oily hair, I have oily skin and stuff. So once I'm at this point, I am not touching anything. I'm not touching my face. I'm not touching my dogs. You know, my hands are nice and clean. So I've just got my adhesive tabs here. I cannot remember where I got these from exactly, so I will link some. But I would say just search adhesive tabs and go look through the reviews, because like I said, I can't remember. But these are what I'll be placing on my nails. And before I do that, and I also have my glue, I want to make sure that the nail has a nice abrasive, the adhesive has a nice abrasive nail to connect to. So I just usually gently file over my nails. I used to use a drill to do this, but I messed up my nails doing that. So I just gently do it. It's not like I'm doing acrylic, so it doesn't have to be that, you know, I'm not doing this professionally. Like, I'll probably wear them for a week or two and then take them off anyway. So yeah, okay. Okay, so I've got most of my adhesive tabs on. I don't have my pointer finger or my middle finger on this hand done because I like to, and this is the first time I've done this, but this is something I definitely want to recommend. You want to make sure you push it all the way down. I try to get it as close to my cuticle as possible. And once you have the little tabs over your nails, you can no longer use your nails to do that. So I just leave one nail on each hand so that I can make sure I can press down and get around the cuticle and just make sure it's nice and secure. And our next step is just removing and adding the glue. So before I do that, I like to have my nails ready to go. I like to have them ready to go and ready to put on my nails because what you don't want to do is fumble with these while you have your adhesive exposed. I really should have done this first, but I kind of forgot. So you just need some kind of tool just to pull the adhesive tabs up. I like these Dollar Tree ones. They come up very easily. It's not very hard at all. I could use my nail drill to do this, but the thing about doing that is you can mess up the paint on your nail if you're not careful. So yeah, definitely make sure you remove these before you put the adhesive tabs on your nails because you don't want the little adhesive tabs that you're using to hold the nails to the forms to stick to the adhesive tabs that are going to stick to your nails because yeah, that's just not going to be good. So I am just going to remove the adhesive tabs. Maybe not with the tool. It might be okay with my finger, but I'm going to be very careful because I do not, like I said, I do not want to lift and ruin the adhesive tabs that are already placed on my fingers. So yeah, I'm going to do that and I will be right back. All right, so I've got the adhesive tabs and I've got my nails ready to go. So I'm going to remove the first tab and you might have to use a tool for this. My nail isn't long enough to grab it with the adhesive tab on the other hand. So I'm just going to gently pull it with this. You want to gently do that because if, like I said, if you rip the tab, then the plastic piece is stuck on there and it's just annoying. So I've got my nail and, oh my gosh, my nail glue's stuck. Okay, there we go. So I haven't perfected this yet. Oh, see, it's very drippy right now. So I just place it on there, kind of hold my nail back and let gravity kind of spread it some. Trying my hardest not to get it on my skin. Like I said, I have not perfected this part yet. I think I need to maybe use a nail glue that has like a pointed tip. I just haven't bought one yet. But, so I've got my glue on there and I just push it back toward my cuticle. You want to make sure it's nice and straight before you do it because once you put it, you know, it's there. And I just apply pressure. Make sure that you're evenly applying. You're squeezing any air bubbles out your nail. And I just hold pressure. And I just hold it there. I don't know how long, just until I feel like pressure's been held long enough. And yeah, so there. We've got our first nail on. It's nice and secure. Just gonna leave that alone. Another thing I forgot to mention, whenever you do this, you wanna make sure that you do not submerge your hands in water or wash your hands for an hour. So don't do anything that requires washing your hands if you can at all avoid it. If you have to wash your hands, of course, it's fine, but you wanna give it that hour to cure first and get secure to your nail and bond to your nail. You might not need necessarily an hour, but that's what I would recommend just to be for sure. Like I said, you know, do what you want, but if you want these nails to last as long as possible, definitely follow my advice. And again, just pushing the nail back, making sure you've got it on there straight. I have had situations where I've accidentally put the nail on crooked, and it's so frustrating because once you do it, you can't fix it. So yeah, just make sure you're putting them on straight. Another thing I try to, when I push the nail down, I try not to lift my finger and place it back because sometimes you might get some glue that'll come out the side This one didn't do it. It's cooperating. But yeah, you just want to make sure that you're careful with that, because if you get glue on your finger and touch your nail, you're going to end up being able to see your fingerprint and glue on your nail. And now, of course, you can always just file the glue and go back over it with the top coat. That helps, but I'd prefer just not to mess it up to begin with, because that's very frustrating, especially when you spend so much time working on it. So you just want to make sure you're being very careful with the glue, not too much, making sure you're getting, I like to get a little bit by my cuticle, because like I said, you want to make sure your nail is nice and secured, because that's going to make sure it lasts. That's going to prevent nail mold. Okay, so I've got all my nails on. This is not the finished product, but this is putting the nails on. And I know you thought we were probably done. We're almost done. We're almost at the end point. So now what I like to do is just go back over my nails and file them. This is file. You want to file, you see they've got these little grooves on them. You want to file those down and give your nails a nice shape. Give them a nice little shape and a nice little look. So I'm just gently filing those. And you're going to do that for all of them, of course. And really any other filing you feel like needs done. If you feel like you want a sharper tip, you know, that's on you. That's the awesome thing about doing your own nails, is you can have your own creative freedom and do your own thing. If you wanted to glue some nail gems on your nail, you could do that. You know, there's all kinds of things you can do with your nails and not have to pay hundreds of dollars for it. So that's the pretty cool part for me. Like I said, I haven't perfected doing nail gems. I'm still trying to figure out how to keep them on, because I can keep them on for like a day or two, but me being rough and with my nails, they end up popping off. Some people have told me that maybe I need to use top coat, but the reason I hadn't used top coat is because I felt like when I did it, it made the nail look like you could see it over the nail. I don't know, just things to trial and error. So now what I want to do is use a cotton ball and go back over my nails with an alcohol pad. So doing that just to make sure there's no debris left over, give it a nice clear finish. So I'm just wiping it off with alcohol. Oof. Now I'm trying to be careful with this because I did have nail glue. Maybe a cotton ball is not the best if you have nail glue around your nail. Let me use a Q-tip. Cotton ball is not my friend, because I did have some nail glue excess. Much better on the side, so the cotton ball is just sticking to it. See how it's giving it more of a shiny finish? So we're getting all the excess stuff that may have gotten on there as I was prepping my nails. And of course, when you wash your hands, that'll help too. But like I said, because you've got these adhesive tabs, you do not want to wash your hands right away. And okay. And then the final step is I just use some cuticle oil, just so my nails don't look so dry, because we did do a lot. We did a lot of prepping. We've done a lot of stuff. So cuticle oil gives it a nice finish. And just rub that in. Okay, so something I didn't think to mention, and I didn't even think about till now, I'm teaching myself stuff with this video. This little cuticle tool I was using in the beginning is actually really good for cleaning up the side of your nails, cleaning that glue off. It just gently pulls it off, just like that. So that is also really good for cleanup. So yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was really cool, and I definitely have to show you guys because I don't know, I've never done that before. Now I'm sitting here, I'm like, why did I never do that? Okay, and here is the finished product. I really like the way these came out. I love the color. I feel like it looks like I got them done at the nail salon. You wouldn't even be able to, well, we're going to ignore that right there because I'm going to have to wash my hands to get this this cotton that I accidentally got stuck on there off. But yeah, so this is the finished product. I've got them all nice and filed. There is still some residual glue on my hand and the little cotton pieces, but of course you saw what that came from. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more cleanup on my nails, but I've got things I gotta do, so I'm gonna do that off camera later. But yeah, here is my finished product. Thank you so much for watching this video with me today. I'm so happy with how my nails turned out. I think they look like I got them done. I mean, you wouldn't know unless I told you that they were press-ons. I'm hoping. I don't want them to look like they're not press-ons, but it just takes a little bit of time and it takes a little bit of practice. I really love this. I think the next set I'll try will be an all glitter like I was talking about earlier. Very scared to do that, but I want to try it. I want to adventure and try something new. So yeah, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. Have a safe week, have a positive week, and yeah, thank you so much. Bye.